I can set this stuff up immaculate. Just don't let me get the service. They start demanding some more potatoes. I get mad. It started tripping. Tear up the brotherhood, the fellowship. You don't need no more potatoes anyway. You needed half of that shit. And some people understand it about themselves. They say, man, I be tripping. So no. They say, no, I don't need to be on the front line. Justin, I need to be on the back line. I'll put the potatoes in the pan because the pan ain't going to talk back. Don't put them on the plate. I'll stay back here. And me and the pan, the potatoes get along good. But if you put me out there, I'm going to mess up this event. And people ain't even honest enough to know that they don't really have that type of personality to be in certain type of. People all think they're the most wonderful person. People think like that. I'm like, what? Lies you tell? No, you made that stuff up on the fly. You are not that person. You do good in certain areas, but that is not your area. And it takes humility to say you got a weakness. It takes humility to say, hey man, my weakness is I don't follow through. My weakness is I don't stay focused long enough to finish nothing. My weakness is that I can work good with my hands, but my mouth will get me in trouble. My weakness is I talk too much. I always got something to say. I'm too critical. You don't understand that. We wonder why we have problems. You talk too much. You're too insensitive. You say something and you don't even consider what you're saying to people. You say stuff to get stuff off your chest, to make a point. Because you want to go brag about you check somebody. And you done tore every relationship you've been in, you still checking folks and you think it's something to brag about. It really is a bad thing. Because you wreck everything that you get connected to. You got a spirit of Leviathan, and there's a trail of destruction everywhere you go. Every job, everybody you've been connected to, everybody got something derogatory to say. Oh yeah, she can't. Yeah, they, You know, and that ain't even the gospel. Because we don't know our weaknesses. Because it takes humility. And it takes where you turn that microscope that you've been putting on everybody else, turn that sucker on yourself. Paul said, examine yourself to see whether you be in the faith. We too busy discerning everybody else.
That's right.
Girl, did you pick him up? Did you see that? Did you see that? You that good, just go in that mirror for about 30 minutes. Tell me what you see. Write it down. Sit in that mirror and discern that thing in that mirror. That's why we don't never grow. We suffer from arrested development because we get stuck in a place. Because we stop focusing on ourselves and what we need to work on and start focusing on what we want everybody around us to work on to make it better for us. I want you to make my life better. I told my wife, I said, I love you guys and I go all out. But hey, man, y'all got to make a sacrifice for me. I ain't just going to be doing everything for y'all. When I need some of y'all drag around here and be acting like, hey, man, I'm asking for a handout. I take care of all you guys. And I got low maintenance. When I say I need somebody to do something, because my wife will tell you, I don't go in. Why you ain't cooking no food? You don't work. And you stay home, mom. That's supposed to be one of your responsibilities. You ought to have food cooked every time I come to this house. I'll never do her like that. Never, ever. Not one time. Not one time. And she ain't worked for 19 years. Hey, man, I don't get it. I can go out there and pay all these bills, and you got everything you need, and I can't eat her. I don't do that stuff, man. I don't, even if I think it. I don't do it like that. I don't do it like that. Y'all ain't listen. Because some of y'all crazy. Some of y'all crazy. You think because you do something, it justifies your ignorance. You acting a fool. Oh, I'm justified. If you wouldn't have done that, man, what is you talking? Tell me in the Bible when you justify stupidity. Come on, man. He said, if your enemy is hungry, feed them. If they thirsty, give them drink. He said, if they smite you on one cheek, turn to the other. Huh? He said, I don't know about that. I wish I had that one. Tomato spirit. I felt like you on Sunday. told you ain't the only one. And therefore, two people on the team never gets unified. It's more challenging when you got to unify 5, a basketball team 11, a football team 20 or 30, and people achieve it. But you got two people, two grown, word-filled, old Negroes, toenails is old, petrified, been around here long enough to develop a system, and act like they don't know each other. Like, man, y'all been together that long, y'all ain't figured each other out. Come on, man. Because I'm going to talk about some attributes of good leaders, and you're going to understand good leaders are problem solvers. They know how to solve problems. They don't sit there and gawk at the problem. You know gawk, don't you? He's gawking. You're sitting there gawking at the problem. Why are you just gawking at the problem? We put more energy in the problem than we do trying to resolve the problem. Talk about the same problem in your marriage for 30 years. What have you done to resolve? I ain't heard you say nothing about what you did to resolve. Girl, I went to a counselor. I fixed my hair. I changed my hair. I changed this. I got satin sheets, and I got rid of them because he said satin sheets slide. And then I switched up and got cotton sheets, and he said cotton sheets itch. And then I got polyester, and he didn't like polyester because he said polyester stuck. It stuck to him. So what did you do? Girl, I got a blend. And he ain't say nothing. What kind of sheets are these? These are all the ones you didn't like. Huh? Because very seldom do we ever exert energy in our life trying to please other people. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going somewhere because real leaders and real achievers, that's what their goal is. That's how they succeed, because they spend their life trying to build up other people. Man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to release some information over the next several weeks. Man, it's going to blow y'all's mind. I've been studying, praying, and reading, and God has downloaded some stuff in me that's profound. But the thing of it is, man, you can't build up on a sandy foundation. You got to build upon the rock. It's got to be solid when you start building. Because the winds and the rain is going to come beat up on the house. What we say we building as a team, test's going to come. The Bible says you don't build upon the proper foundation. When the winds and rain come and beat up on the house, he said, great is the fall of that house. He said, great is the fall of that house. That's why we can't just be rushing through and jumping and doing some stuff. We got to reestablish some things here. Some people say this is their last run. But we want to be a good one. It's their last run. We don't want them to show up. We want victory. Victory shall be mine. And so what? So if it's going to be victorious, that means I need to examine my other runs and see what I did wrong. Why I didn't. Right. Amen. I was running for a while, and I used to be an avid runner when I was younger. Then I got older, and I stopped running for a while because I got some injuries. And I started back running, and after not running for a long time, and every time I ran, it felt like my calf was going to split, like a knife was in it. It's just going to rip in two. So I stopped running. Got me some new shoes, switched up shoes, thought it was my shoes. And I just came to the conclusion. I said, hey, man, there's just something wrong with my body. But come to find out, when I really got back into this thing, it was my technique. I hadn't run it so long, I was running wrong. And the way I was running, I was putting the pressure on my calves a certain way. So as soon as I figured out it was my technique, when I changed my technique, I can run again. Right. Oh, I just said something. Sometimes you have to change your technique. I had to tweak my form. I wasn't young no more, so I was trying to run on the balls of my feet and run with that hop and that cute run. But I'm older, right? So I had to strike. I had to do a striker's run. I had to let my foot strike the ground a certain way. So it didn't put pressure initially on my calves. It balanced out. it went up a certain way instead of stopping on the ball and putting pressure initially here. All that 200-something pounds on my calf, it was feeling, no wonder it was feeling like it was going to rip. So when I struck and went on the heel toe, I was able to run, but the other one was just. That's real cute, but it ain't gonna last long. Y'all ain't listening to me. Sometimes you've been doing stuff and it's been painful and you have been successful and you quit. You just need to tweak some things. I don't know, it's these streets. Oklahoma got these cheap potholes, this red earth. But somebody start blaming everything. Everybody else is still saying, hey man, maybe it's something wrong I'm doing. Y'all with me? Come on, morning, y'all. Y'all call me too sometimes.